Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your fire pit chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island.
Hello, guys. Happy whatever fucking day it is. Tuesday. Episode 51. First of all, I want to say something. So I'm going to check my YouTube again because we got a lot of comments about Josh.
Oh, you know what's so funny? You know me. I never look at the YouTube comments.
Did you look at him today?
And today I was just feeling like hating myself. And I read all of the YouTube comments from our last, like, let's call it 10 episodes before I was like, no, like I will go into a spiral.
Shut up.
And I have, like, honestly, I have a lot of things to say. So I saw the Josh comment. I wanted to text you, but I'm like, you know what? It's going to be great for the pod. So it's like, oh my God, the way we are aligned right now.
Seriously.
But so I'll let you say your piece. But
no, you say your piece.
Okay, well, first of all, like a few episodes back or something, someone who comments, like, had commented before, like with her opinion or their opinion, I don't know. And then she's like, maybe you should just keep your opinion to yourselves. Like, I just watch for the unseriousness, and then I just keep my judgments on strangers to myself. You're only seeing, but, like...
I thought that was a comment to the person who commented. It wasn't to us.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say, like, literally, that's what we do here. Like, we have judgments about strangers. Because, like, or else, like, what would we be talking about right now?
And what are you
not our
listening
opinions
to?
On strangers? Like, yeah, and then, like, perhaps you shouldn't be listening to this podcast or watching this show. Like, maybe you need to, like, this isn't for you then. You know what I mean? And we can all have different things. But everyone, I feel as though since my solo pod, people have been coming for my opinion on Josh. It, like, that's where it started. And one comment that we got on last night's episode was horrible take on Josh. And then your comment reply was just like literally a chef's kiss. I wanted to screenshot it and frame it. What's your take?
No, and I genuinely meant it as like, what's your take? Because I want to know what people are thinking. Like, do you think that Josh is a good guy? Because the other comments are like, no, Josh, no, Josh, no, Josh. But the one person who wrote your take on Josh, your opinion on Josh is a choice.
While excusing Joey Essex, I'm like, girl, have we excused him? We've talked shit about him like almost every episode. Like,
I don't get where we excused him.
Yeah, we didn't excuse him. We were just saying everyone got mad at him and no one got mad at Mimi, which is still true. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, like, just because I personally, in my opinion, based on what I see on the show, don't like Josh, like, what are you guys seeing that I'm missing? So, like, why am I excusing Josh again? Like, I think
they think they really like Josh and Mimi. Like, when I see in the comments saying it's just like Josh and Mimi for the win, I maybe they're buying it and we're just like pessimists.
So, like, so you're telling me all these people tonight when Josh made a love waffle for Mimi for his talent, like, we're buying what he's selling? We're that's genuine. You guys are I'm sorry, you guys are fools. I'm sorry.
Or just like, if you're gonna say horrible take on Josh, like, give us your take, because it's called a discussion. We're never saying our opinion is like law. And that's, I mean, obviously, like, it's such a joke if you're taking what we're saying seriously. We talk so much shit and we literally contradict ourselves the next day.
No, we're two idiots. Like, if you're taking what we're saying seriously,
we're two losers. Like,
like I can't believe people actually, like, I can't remember anyone's name half the time. Like, you guys cannot take us that seriously.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. Like, we're just two girls talking shit. Like, and that's what this podcast is. So it's like, you're new here, obviously. Welcome.
Right. Welcome.
But
probably not for you.
On to the next one.
Like, also, though, when I was reading that comment, I was like, so, like, what is my take on Josh? Like, I don't even know my take on Josh.
It's like, your take on Josh was that you're not buying it. Like, I think you're just, you just don't. Honestly, I was like, one, what's our take? And two, what's your take? Like, I wish they wrote me back. I've been waiting all freaking day for them to write me back. But, like, did you see the comment about, also for Mimi, the same way there's pretty privilege, there's sweet and quiet privilege. Someone, by the way, this is someone else's comment, not us. They're saying, some people can feel like they couldn't hurt a fly, get away with so much more, which is exactly what we were saying. Ayo's brother and family will prefer Mimi because they are religious. His dad is a pastor. Mimi is reserved, quiet, and a doormat, the ideal daughter-in-law for religious African families. Which I just, like, thought that was an interesting take, because maybe that's why, not saying that that's the reason why, but Mimi is so reserved and quiet, just kind of like Ayo, and maybe they like to keep Ayo like that.
Yeah, like, I kind of, when I read that comment, I did kind of agree, like, oh, I think that might be what his brother meant, just kind of like
Jessica might be a little too wild.
Exactly. Like, there are some families that they don't like outbursts. Sure. They want, you know, a little bit more quiet, reserved.
Right.
Like, that's more what they're comfortable with or what they're used to. And that's, like, probably more of what they're used to seeing with Ayo. You know what I mean? Because he's a little bit more naturally reserved. So I did understand that. And coming from a religious standpoint, like, it does make sense if your family's religious and then you saw that they connected on that religion, like, you're going to think that's a good fit. Like, that makes sense.
For sure, because I don't even think Jessica and Ayo have even talked about that, which I would be interested to know if Jessica's beliefs are aligned, you know, the way Mimi and Josh also were, you know?
Right. I mean, that's pretty big, yeah.
Any other YouTube comments that drove you wild? I can't believe you went and looked. You know, it's so funny. I went today. I was like, sometimes I feel like just like hurting myself.
Totally.
And I was like, let me open up the podcast. Let me just make sure this, did anybody else like fucking give us 1 stars? But I was like, okay, good. We're still solid. Like, but again, it's bias. It's our opinion on that one episode. Then they're gone, and the next episode we could be aligning with what they're saying.
Totally. Like, I will forget everything I said, but it just makes me laugh when people are like, Karen and Nicole, stop talking shit about them.
Oh my
They're
God.
the most genuine couple. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you're 12 probably.
That's what some guy was like, and all the 16-year-olds would love it. No, seriously. Like, but everybody's passionate about their opinion.
Yes. And, like, you guys should all start a podcast, too.
For real.
I'm not going to listen to it. You know what I mean? But just don't bother to comment on mine. No, I'm just kidding. Like, honestly, it made me giggle in my bed. Like, I just got out of the shower and I was reading mean comments about myself. I'm like, what a way to self-care.
But there's literally, like, 3 mean. And when you say mean, it's their opinion didn't align with us, by the way. No, they're not saying like
it's not a personal attack.
Big ugly beast.
Yeah, like that I would crawl in a hole and like be on a shame spiral. But those, like, I can laugh.
No,
like,
they're
okay,
all
they're not
funny,
calling
dude.
me like fat and hairy.
No. Well, we're audio only now, so they don't have the opportunity.
Yeah, joke's on you.
So funny. Well, I'm glad that we discussed that and you got that out. But it's honestly one of my favorite things ever to wake up and look at YouTube comments. Like, I love the freaking really YouTube comments. Yeah.
And I love there's a few that are like regular that post like their real like synopsis, their opinion.
Yeah.
Like, and I love to read those too.
Me too. It's like they're guests on our podcast.
I know. It's like amazing.
And even if they're like different than us, they're just like it's like that's what I like. It's like just have a discussion, because if we're missing something, I want to know.
Yeah, like we can see it in a different point of view. So I like when people kind of explain, or like they also can explain like cultural differences, like UK versus US. Right. So I do like that. I just like, but yeah, elaborate. Like, our take on Josh was a choice. Yeah, it's a choice. Freedom of speech. Ever heard of
what's
her?
Your choice?
Right. Like,
gone, ghost, bye. I'm
exactly.
like, okay, you troll.
Yeah.
Like, have some cojones and write your take.
Right. No, I'm interested to know. Like, so are you Josh's mom or sister?
I think they remember that fan last year?
That was like Ron's robot.
Yeah.
Like trolling us.
Oh my God. I've never seen him back again.
Dude, like they were Ron's trolls.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Crazy.
So Ayo and Jessica today discussed that comment that his brother made. And at first when he like brought up that combo, he was so like ready to have the combo. And he was open to hearing it, and he just wanted that to be the end of the discussion. But like, it's like, if you know girls, we're gonna take that. We're going to
Mhm.
walk away.
Mhm.
We're going to overthink everything. And then we're
Mhm.
going to come ask you about it 3,000 times.
Literally, like, and that's what every man on the face of this earth doesn't understand. Like,
No.
and doesn't matter how long they've been in a relationship for, they will do this every time.
When? Like, when do they get it? People who have been married for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, do they ever get it?
No, like, have you met me? Because at first I'm going to be like, that's fine. And I'm going to be silent.
That's fine.
And then I'm going to be like, you know what's funny though? And then I'm going to bring it up, you know? So like, it cracks me up when guys like, and then they get so like they get so like frustrated and tired. They're like, I thought we went over this. I'm like, not enough.
No,
like we got to go through it at least 100 times.
And he was so bothered by the next, like, she was like, it's obvious you don't want to have this conversation. Like, he did not want, and I wrote that down before she even said that. Like, he did not want to be talking about this again.
No, and like I think that's unfair. Like, you're gonna bring up something that's gonna like really tear down a girl's self-confidence. It's gonna like make her really like kind of like feel weird now, like dating you, knowing her family would rather you be with your ex, for lack of a better word.
Right.
Like, she's gonna need some reassurance, and you got to be patient enough to give it. If you're gonna tell her.
I agree. Like, and part of me was like, is he contemplating this? Is that why he was in a weird mood the rest of the day? But then also, like, his family was like, she seems like she needs constant reassurance. They said that comment. I didn't get that vibe.
Yeah, I think like that's kind of her humor, is like, say you're obsessed with me, like say it back.
Oh,
you know,
like that's what they didn't get.
Yeah, like I think it's more of a joke more than it's like actual reassurance.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think she's like literally thinking.
I agree. So that makes sense of what they were talking about. And also, like, for 3.5 weeks she's been having to deal with this Mimi and Io storyline. Like, are you kidding me? And then this, honestly, like, I feel bad for the girl. Like, can we end that? Because
I'm so tired of hearing it. Like, I cannot believe we're still talking about this. And then it really is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the one comment that would push me over the limit. Like, that's an outsider coming in who's, again, they're just seeing what we're being shown on the TV. It's not like they're in the villa, but that's your family. Like, I would be like insecure thinking like, okay, well, his mom doesn't like me, his brothers don't like me, his sister doesn't like me, he's not going to want to be with me if I were in that position. So I really like don't blame Jess.
And I was just thinking, like, do you think Io should have told Jess? Like, yeah, because it's on TV. That's like the only reason.
Like, that's
why it's
the
on TV.
one reason he's got to tell her. It's just like, I would almost have waited until we weren't on TV to tell her that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When do you do that though? Like,
but then also, like, I think she would have been mad. She was mad he didn't tell her sooner, and he told her the same day.
That bitch needs to chill with that.
Yeah, like, I'm like, no, he literally, like, just was like, that's a hard thing to, like, want to run up and tell someone. You know what I mean?
And also, like, you're on a high from seeing your family. Like, girl, why didn't you tell me sooner? Ugh, girl, come on.
Yeah, that got an eye roll for me, too. I'm like, it's literally Io. Like, lest we forget, he's, like, just learning how to talk.
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm ready to put that to bed. I'm also ready for Sean to shut the fuck up with his comments.
What Sean is okay?
With him?
No, like, is he okay? Like, it's weird now. It's getting really, really weird.
It's so bizarre.
It's like Sean's a robot and he has 3 like topics of conversation. Sweet, Mimi, and Io. And like he has 2 topics, dude. He doesn't even have 3.
Weird. It's weird.
So weird.
Yeah. And then Jesse and Joey tells Jesse that she told him that she might be the one. Everyone thinks Jesse's dad's a DILF. I feel like you didn't see him, but he was a DILF. I got
like a little peek from him. I watched him in a clip, and yeah, he was looking good.
My first thoughts were like, damn. Now we know who your parents are because she's gorge.
Exactly. But then it's like, I'm so jealous of girls who have like gorgeous parents. Like, no disrespect to my parents. Why? But like, because it's just like, you have the genes to age well. Like, at this point, I'm going to age like a potato.
I know. Mine aren't looking great, too.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I got to break the mold, dude. But we do have, like, collagen and like Botox and filler and Ozempic, and like we have technology now that can help us.
We have science. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Seriously.
And so then now we have the Love Island talent show, which I swear on my life, when I got like the first text, which was like, it's so bad, it's good. I could have given you my entire bank account that I would never thought that you would have said that about Ruben. She literally texts me and says, okay, Ruben singing show tunes makes me like him. How, dude? I couldn't even look at the screen. And I was thinking the whole time, I was like, there's no way Jasmine is not icked the fuck out right now.
Oh, no. But I was icked out from, like, if I was Grace, immediately I would have never spoken to him again. Like, that's, like, so icky if you're dating him. But for someone who, like, it, like, humanized him for me. Do you know what I mean? Because I was, like, so not into him. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's just a loser. Like, it made me feel bad for him. And that's how you can, that's like the cycle. You get mad, you like are annoyed with someone, and then you feel bad for them. So like now I just kind of feel bad for Ruben. But like, I can't lie, I was crying laughing. Like, it was the best thing I've ever seen. Like, it was so bad.
I was tears, like real tears at Matilda, dude. And her fucking toes, dude. Who told her to do that?
Why
like,
did she do the toes?
I was crying. Like, tears were rolling down my face.
Why not thumbs? Like, why toes?
It's just so random. It's so weird.
So weird.
But only, like, she could do that because, like, she's so hot that it's, like, it was funny.
Exactly.
But the hair on the toes, just, like, I can't even, dude. It was so funny. It was actually a really funny talent show, I thought.
For sure.
Besides, like, Grace and Ruben were giving me, like, actually, like, it, like, I left my body.
But at least Ruben, like, had to know a show tune. Like, it just kind of, like, broke my heart for him. I'm like, how does he even know Singing in the Rain? And he's like, I'm singing.
What is that, by the way?
It's from a musical from, like, 1950. Like, I swear to God, it's like it's so cute.
He's pretty good. When I didn't watch, I was like, he's pretty good. Like, and then I would look at him and I would just be like, look away, look away, look away.
It's just like he either needed to like fully commit or not commit, and he was like in the middle, like laughing, like, I forgot the words. And so it's like so, but I didn't get secondhand embarrassment, which I normally do. I just like laughed at him and it felt so good.
It did feel good, honestly. And Joey's was really good. Besides the end, can I get a silent secret issue, which I thought was funny. Who else? We had Nicole do her dance, which is like, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And like Karen just like threw a rugby.
I did watch Karen. As soon as I saw the helmet, I was like, rugby? I was like, I'm out of here, dude. It looked like the helmets babies wear to like straighten their head.
It was also like Marco Polo and like water polo. Like, it was
exactly.
But also it's like, okay, you're a rugby player and all you can do is like throw it in a big ass hula hoop. I could do that.
Right? Anybody could aim for the giant hole.
Yeah, and like you're 2 feet away from it. Not impressed. Like, you're a professional and this is what we get to see.
Honestly, and like you could be you could be hot. You just decided to wear the fucking gross. The helmet is what you went with. Like, no, thank you.
Like, why don't you get the guys in like a huddle and then try to run away from them trying to tackle you? Like, that would have been hot. Like,
so true.
You know.
I looked away. I couldn't stand to see him like that. Yeah, Grace was so awkward. I couldn't handle like the like G-string straps that are like up on her hips for this yoga class. Did you notice those?
It reminded me of someone and it just gave me the ick. Like, I was just like, girl, you're trying too hard.
Trying so hard and get everybody to do it. Everyone's like, no. And I was like, oh my god, is this girl about to like get in like sexual positions just to like, and Sean's like looking at her. I hated that. And then Jessie was the craziest thing. The shit that shit was so unexpected. I never thought I would see that.
Honestly, like, that's an actual talent. Like,
yeah, agreed.
That was like, this girl like has layers. Like, she has lived a life. Like, they're like, how'd you learn to do that? She's like, German circus professionals. I was trained by them. I'm like, bro, like, we don't even know the half of what Jessie's been through with her hot parents and her German circus training.
So true. Like, why learn that?
Exactly. Why be like, I want to walk on stilts? Joey Essex never even heard of stilts. He's like, look at those pegs.
Pines, I feel like he was saying. Something weird.
Pins. Yeah, pins.
Pins. Yeah, that was like, also like, how did you get in there? You know what I mean? Like, did you walk from the front of the villa?
And also, like, how did you get them on? So you put them on, and then how do you get to standing up? And then, like, when she was walking around the fire pit, I'm like, what if someone, like, accidentally trips her? Like, it's a small, closed space.
And how small are the bottoms? Like,
honestly,
they crutches?
Like, yeah, they looked like it. Like, honestly, I don't know. That I was just so impressed.
So impressed. I never thought I would see that.
But then
never thought.
Like, I thought, so at the end, they made them pick their favorite, like, talent. And I was like, okay, so are they going to go home or something? And then it was just like, and it just ended. I'm like, so we literally just watched a talent show. We watched them pick their favorite, and that's it.
I thought the favorites might be able to vote for, like,
for the people to go home.
Yeah. So maybe it'll end on that. Like, maybe that's ended. Why it ties it. I know. And it didn't even give us a preview. Right.
And I feel like if you're going to send someone home, like, let us preview that, because, like, we're all half out on you already. Like, you need to give us something to keep. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Like, and we have 7 couples, and we've seen it all.
I know. What the heck?
So what are we doing?
Do we have 7?
Okay, let's go through it. So we have Grace and Ruben, Mimi Josh, Io Jess, Joey Jessie, Nicole Kieran, Sean and Matilda. So 6.
That's a lot for the final.
That's what. So are we gonna have 6 babies tomorrow? 6 robo babies.
We're gonna have babies, and then we'll have a dumping tomorrow night probably. And it'll be Grace and Ruben.
Yeah,
but then it's like, I feel like last season we were at 4 right now, and we were watching the 4 couples for like 3 days.
I thought so too. I guess it was just like last season that went so poorly because there was just like none of them were talking about anything, that I guess they're just trying to like milk out having more people to like entertain us.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, that's what I mean. This point, it does get too prolonged. Like, this week could have been an email, you know?
Yeah. Someone said that Love Island is shorter, US, and that's why it was so good.
I think so. Like, I think we need it short and sweet. Like, I don't think we need this last week. I think we could have dumped.
Yeah, it's weird that
like, I could be done on Friday. I don't need to watch this on Monday. Yeah, like, that feels like ages ago.
I know, and why haven't we dumped anybody since? It's so weird.
And it's like Doug dumped Harry and Lola. We barely knew them.
I know, like, duh, bye. Should have dumped 4 people then.
Literally. Like, we should have dumped 2
I feel like they're trying
couples.
to keep Grace and Joey together. Like, I feel like they're trying to keep that as long as possible or something. Have we had a vote where we voted individual people? Like,
no.
Once. Or right? Like, no, right?
Oh, did we vote favorite girl, favorite boy once? In the beginning?
I feel like in the very beginning, it's like, why haven't we done that? Because that's when it gets good.
Why do I feel like not that many people have gone home? Like it's just like
in life, or
yeah, it's just kind of like the OG cast is almost completely intact.
I honestly couldn't tell you what the OG cast even looks like for real.
But it's just like there's too many. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's not that many that went home.
No, I mean, we have 2 more couples to dump. So between Wednesday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And Sunday's going to be the 4. So you're going to do one tomorrow. And then you're going to do one.
And Friday? Yeah, I guess so. And then what are we doing Thursday? Like, you guys. Do you know what I mean? It's too.
What else happens?
We're dragging this on. It's like we had the families. We had the talent show, and we had the babies. Like, that's it.
Yeah, what else usually happens? And they go on like a spa day or something, but that's usually when
they're gonna write their like vows.
I hate those.
It's so cringe. And then they're gonna do the dancing class.
Cute couples.
Yeah,
Like, it was cute with, like, Paige and Finn and, like, Molly and Tommy.
Yeah.
And Luke and, Sinai? What was her name? Sinise or something?
No, yeah. Shanaz? No.
I really like
Shanice.
them too.
Shanice.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I don't know,
I guess
dude.
we'll
We'll
see
ride
tomorrow.
this train out.
Yeah, we're riding it for you guys. Not for us.
Yeah.
For sure.
For you.
Not for us.
For sure not for us. I would be so out on this season. Like, I would literally be so done.
I probably would have been done, like, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Like, what's happened in 2 weeks, though? Significant.
Exactly.
Like, we're still talking about Secret Mission. That was actually, like, 2 weeks ago. Oh, my God, I can't.
Can we say
you
secret?
Say secret.
First of all, why not a laugh? Like, why not a laugh?
No, like, literally not even Jesse. Like, crickets.
I know, it's so... But if anybody can handle that moment, it's Joey.
Yeah, he's like, no one? Mission. Like...
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.